Welcome to my show. I'm glad you came. I have an apology. I'm not feeling real well this morning. I take these pills twice a day, and sometimes, like this morning, they just kick my butt. So I apologize for that. I'm not going to leave the stream, but you might see me eating some cookies to try and settle my stomach down. You might see me drinking some fluids too to help. I just am. I'm not going to throw up or anything like that, but it's just my stomach is in turmoil because of these drugs I take, and so that's just something I have to learn to live with. Reminder: I always cough because I have and I've forgotten to take my cough drops. Let me get those in my mouth. I have a cough because of a lung condition, and so it is getting better. I'm having less trouble with it, but I still do cough, and so I apologize for that as well. And then one last reminder, it takes several hours to process all this stuff. Most of it is not me doing stuff, it's the systems. I have to wait for Rumble to finish processing the video. Then I have to download it. That takes a while. Then I have to upload it to YouTube. That takes a while. Then YouTube has to process it. That takes a while. Excuse me. And then finally, when I find out which songs are copyrighted, I can start doing my editing, which doesn't take very long at all. And then I can upload it. And well, actually, when I finish editing, I have to save that video. And that takes an hour and a half to 2 hours usually because it's so big. So a lot of time elapses, but not a lot of work is being done on my part. It's mostly computers doing their thing. So I hope you understand. Let's just dive right in today. I've been asked by Enderman 67, excuse me, I'll try to get these names pronounced correctly today. Enderman 67 asked for Vinland Saga Season 2, Opening 2, Paradox by Survive Said, the Prophet lyrics. So that's what we're going to do first. Okay? And welcome, everyone. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for coming to my stream. It's amazing to me, it always is, that so many people are interested in seeing what I have to say. So thank you. The sun, it burns the night. The moon, it breaks the sky. The fighting lines between the victims and what will soon become the prey. I'm giving up on counting blessings. God can judge me when I'm dead, 'cause I cannot take this anymore. I'm done with the feelings that I'm known in paradox. The feeling of hatred burns my soul. I'm done with the feelings that I'm known in paradox. I may be crazy enough to break myself inside my head, 'cause maybe I couldn't find these answers to live by. Paralyzed, beyond the path to symbolize all that I had was the past. Drop me out what was once what I have. Burn me out of my misery, down to the ashes, ashes. Y'all fall down to the ashes, carry on. I've been gone from the place where I belong, 'cause I cannot take this anymore. I'm done with the feelings that I'm known in paradox. The feeling of hatred burns my soul. The feelings that I'm known in paradox. I may be crazy enough to break myself inside my head, 'cause maybe I couldn't find these answers to live by instead. Some will call it giving up, I just call it getting lost in my Okay. Okay, that's an interesting way to start the show. That was a fascinating piece of work. It began with a nice, soft, gentle introduction and then went into this angry rant about revenge and hatred and all this stuff. And then it went back to the little gentle opening part. And then it goes into, I don't know what you call that, the heavy metal growls, I guess they call them growls. Is that what they call them, as growls? I think so. Anyway, it was just fascinating how they kept switching back and forth between those different things. But, excuse me, the guy that was singing in the middle, who's singing about revenge and hatred, he is ate up on the inside. He is ate up, and that's not going to do him any good. He's going to suffer from that, because when you fill your mind with hatred and revenge, it hurts you far more than it does the object of your hatred or revenge. So that was a really interesting piece of music. Fascinating stuff. The next request that I have is from Fire Sparks. And Fire Sparks writes, "Hi, here's the final flight of Symphogear Season 5. Okay. Let's get that queued up. Something really interesting, just an observation. I got real excited when I opened up OBS today to discover that they now have Rumble Chat in the dock. Guess what? It doesn't work. It says chat not available. So they still have some work to do on that, I guess. It's kind of funny. I don't know why Rumble is the bastard stepchild of OBS, but it is. It's not even a selection in the type of streaming you can do. You have to use custom and set it up that way. It's just kind of weird. I mean, with all these other platforms that they have in there, you would think that Rumble would be included, but it's not. But anyway, let's get back to the music, shall we? This is Symphogear S5, Season 5, Final Flight, MP4. Why did I say that? That's kind of goofy. Oh. Okay. That's really fascinating. It's hard to pay attention to the music because you get caught up in the story. But it looks like a really interesting anime. And I hope I don't offend anyone, but the thing I thought of was the Power Rangers. It's kind of the same principle, you know. You got a group of people who work together to try and overcome some greater power. And Unless I'm mistaken, I think they won in the end. It looks like it anyway. But it's, it's kind of a fascinating story. But the music is really interesting too, because it's got kind of a drive to it, and an instrumental orchestral quality to it that I think enhances what you're feeling when you're watching the story, and makes you think more carefully, about the characters. I just got a hiccup. Interesting stuff. Thank you for asking for that. Goodness gracious, I got the hiccups now. Okay, so Chris 1976 has a request from Pastebin. Y'all are using that more and more nowadays because the ridiculous character limits on chat. This is a request for the song Masterpiece by Jessie J. What happens here is the famous singer Jessie J pulls a 10-year-old girl out of the audience in Romania and asks the girl if she wants to sing with her. Then the 10-year-old girl, named Audelia, comes on stage, starts to sing, and kills it in front of thousands of people. This was a viral moment which had 50 million views by now. Excuse me. They had to adjust the audio equipment for this 10-year-old girl, so it takes a minute before they start to sing. If the link does not work, YouTube searches blah. Well, the link will probably work. Let's see. All right. So this is like... Okay, this says Jessie J, Masterpiece, featuring a 10-year-old girl picked from the crowd at Electric Castle, Romania. Wow. You guys can find some of the most esoteric stuff to watch. Here we go.
You're definitely like 8 years old, right? She's like, no, I'm 10. You're good. 10. Double digits. When was your birthday? Say that one more time. 15th of December. Happy birthday. What's your name? One more time. Adalia or Natalia. Adalia. You're so sweet. You sing, right? I can tell that you... Do you sing? Yeah, I can tell that you sing. Just from the way you're singing the song. She's like, nobody's perfect. No. You know what? You're going to have my 3 minutes. 1 second. Come on, quick. Quick, quick, quick. Adalia is going to have my 3 minutes. Be careful, be careful, be careful. Hi.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so this is your show now. Do you...
This is so cool.
Sorry, we're just discussing our set list, guys. Sorry, big business over here. We can do it with the track. Have you got any headphones? Anyone got any headphones? Yeah? No? No? Okay. Okay, so we have these things in our ears. That means that we can hear all the music, but you'll probably be able to hear it enough. So we're just going to go for it. This is going to be really scary, but this is going to change your life forever, okay? So take this moment, okay, and enjoy it. You ready? Okay, so this is a duet with me and Natalia. Oh, we have headphones. We've got headphones, wait.
This is so cool.
Now you'll be able to hear the music. I'm going to turn it down a little bit so it doesn't break your ears. Do you have any shorts on? Let me put it on here. Okay. you pick up on it. I know, such small ears, guys. Sorry, we're dealing with very small ears. Okay, you push these in for us. There you go. Is that wrong? That looks very wrong. You're being so good here. You're really brave. Very, very brave. Okay, I think this one's wrong. Is this wrong?
You gotta press them in. Yeah.
Yeah, you push them in so you can hear. And if it's too loud, you tell me, okay? And I'll turn your pack down. Okay, so this is going to be a duet, because I said to her, do you want to sing Price Tag? She said, no, I want to sing Masterpiece. And that's the next song. Okay, do you want to sing the first verse or the second verse?
So much pressure. Why so?
Okay, you take the first verse. Let's go.
So much pressure. Why so loud? If you don't like my sound, you can turn it down. I gotta run, and I'm walking alone. Okay, better I look good when I climb. I'm ferocious, precocious, I get braggadocious. I'm not gonna stop. I like the view from the top. It's all the blah blah, the la la, the rush, and I'm so dumb, I'm so over it. Sometimes I mess up, I'm effort, I hit and miss, but I'm okay, I'm cool with it. I still fall on my face sometimes, and I can't color inside the lights, 'cause I'm perfectly incomplete. I'm still working on my masterpiece, and I wanna end with a grace. Way to go, goes worth the wait. So you haven't seen the best of me. I'm still working on my masterpiece, and I
That was one of the best days of my life because of you. You are so special. Okay, so can you come on tour with us and sing that every night, please? Like, so can I just ask you some questions?
Yes.
So your name is?
Adalia,
And you are?
10 years old,
And where are you from?
from Cluj-Napoca.
And what's your favorite subjects at school?
Music,
Makes sense, makes sense, makes sense. And what do you want to be when you grow up?
superstar.
And do you want to write your own songs?
Yes.
You're so amazing.
Thank you.
Is there anything that you want to say to all these people out here?
I love them.
I think they love you too. Should we take a bow? Ready? Give us some music, guys. 1, 2, 3, and please loud as you can for Italia. Come on.
That was incredible. Hold on a second. That was absolutely incredible. That was amazing. There's so much about that that's amazing. That a professional singer would allow a 10-year-old to come on stage to sing. That's number one. And then for the entire staff and the musicians to adapt to that and work within that framework it's also incredible. And then for her to have the courage to get up on a stage in front of that huge crowd and sing her heart out. That was a very special moment in music history. That was fantastic. Boy, I tell you what, it's moments like these that make this, what I'm doing, so precious to me and so special and so wonderful. Thank you for asking for that. That was far beyond anything I could have expected. So thank you, Chris, 1976. That was just, oh my God, that was good. I mean, the girl sang well. She actually sang well. You wouldn't expect that from a 10-year-old, but she did. And you heard her. She has her dream, and I bet that her dream comes true. That was really, really special. Golly days. I live for moments like this on my channel where you introduce me to stuff that I never would have seen, that is just so touches the heart and goes so deeply into the heart that it's just incredible. Man, I'm telling you. Okay. Excuse me. My next request is from Yenju the Dragon. The Dragon. Excuse me. And it's another pace bin. And now my nose is running. Hi, Paul. This is a Kansas song called Song for America. This is a lyric video that I made in 2022 when I was only 10 years old. So the editing is kind of crappy, to me at least. It comes with breathtaking aerial footage of Kansas, the state. We're not going to see a bird's eye view of the band members' scalp, and Montana. Well, if you were 10 years old in 2022, then you're only 14 now. That's incredible. I had no idea. Most of all, I just want you to listen to and enjoy the complex arrangements, the grand instrumentation, and the timing of each vocal line. I don't think we'll ever hear another band like this until heck freezes over. Well, you're probably right. I mean, well, I don't know. Maybe a new Kansas will pop up. Who knows? But I mean, okay. So let me switch screens here so y'all can see it with me, and let me double check and make sure that everything is working, because we've had problems in the past. Something I've done, I've started adopting this for my shows, and even when I make videos. Excuse me. I turn off everything on my computer except for the necessary pieces. So I have Google Chrome running, I have OBS running, and what else do I have running? Let me see here. Text edit, because that's where my notes are, and that's it. Everything else is off, and that's in the hopes that OBS will have enough enough memory that it won't glitch on me, which it often does. So, this is Kansas, Song for America, 1975.
Schmel.
Well, first of all, I'm going to say you did a fantastic job with the lyrics. I thought it was great. It was very well done, so I don't know why you say, what was it you said? I forgot because it was in the paste bin. Let me go back and look. Okay. I was only 10 years old, so the editing is kind of crappy. No, it's not. No, for 10 years old, that is absolutely fantastic. But getting to the band, Kansas is so fantastic. I love the way that they change the rhythms and the speed of the song constantly. Excuse me. And they change melodies. and they change the instruments they're using. It's just, I don't know how they do it. It's a special skill that they have to just put together music that sounds coherent from beginning to end, but yet has so many changes in it and so many different instruments coming in and out. There was a place in there where the piano just played like several notes, and that was it. Just several notes every once in a while. And how they figure that out, that's a skill I don't have. They're such a pleasure to listen to. They're so enjoyable. Their music is so wonderful, and it's always a pleasure to hear them. And so thank you very much for asking for that. The next request that I have is from Balthazar's. I'll let you guess what that is. Oh, okay, I gotta stop that. It is part 3 finale special opening without any words. 6 Lounge, Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War. That's at Balthazar's. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Let me make sure I'm on the right screen. Yes, I am. Okay. Well, that was interesting. That was definitely longer than most of the Bleach op openings, and the music was different. It was how do I describe this? It's like the Bleach op videos are like frenetic. They're like really, really fast from beginning to end. This was more of like a musical presentation telling a story, which is different from the way that most of them are. But interesting stuff still. And the music is good. I mean, they're, the Japanese musicians just seem to be really, really skilled and very, very play very well all the time. So that's kind of interesting to me as well. But anyway, that was Bleach, but not Bleach op. Papa Smurth, yay! I see you, my buddy, mate. At last. Is that the song? At last. No. Rumble was down for some unknown reason last time. Oh, that's weird. Glad to be here. Well, I'm glad you're here. And I think, let's see, it was the time before last when I had major technical issues. So if you missed that, I'm not sorry. What's up, mate? That's me trying out a new exciting greeting aside from hello and hi. He's using a paste bin now. Today I've got a brand new artist to introduce to the channel. This chap is from Ireland, and he's quite similar to Robin Trower in the way they both dabble in blues mixed with a bit of hard rock. Both of them are extremely skilled guitarists, singers, so on and so forth. Rory Gallagher is the name. Died at age 47 in 1995 and now largely forgotten by the music sphere. He would have been in the top 10 of all-time guitarist conversations if he hadn't died so young. I've so much to say about him, but I'll just let the music do the talking. Well, this sounds really fascinating. Okay. So this is Rory Gallagher, For the Last Time. Okay. Oh.
last time you've sung your song. Now I'm going to sing mine out loud, so loud, like the rolling sea.
Ooh, I like this.
You've played around for the last time. You've shown your claws. Now I'm going to show mine. Watch out, I'll be about in the night. You ran around since the very first day. You had your moment. Now I'm gonna have my play. So long, I'll be gone in the night. You put me down for the very last time. I hit the floor, but I got up on the count of 9. Goodbye, don't cry when I'm gone.
I thought for a minute there he was going to sing some more. You were right. That's definitely in the same ballpark as Robin Trower. And that's good stuff. And what it made me think of was the thing that I love about my channel is that we get introduced to people like Rory Gallagher. Yeah, we do, some stuff like Michael Jackson and the Beatles and Rolling Stones and that kind of stuff, but we cover such a broad range of music, and especially artists that really should have gotten more notice than they have. And we cover some of the big ones too, Dimash and Lara and people like that, Amira. And we've done lots and lots of reactions to them. But we also do this kind of stuff, the Rory Gallagher stuff, which is fantastic. I love that you ask for these and that you go and dig these up and find them. And they're just so enjoyable to listen to. And it's such a wonderful change from all the pop and the, just the blather of the normal music industry. So thank you for asking for that. Thank you for introducing us to Rory. I hope we get to hear some more of him. Excuse me. Fiona I struggle with this one. Fiona McInerney. This is the intros to a show, a series of unfortunate events based off a children's book series from the late 90s. My daughters love it, and it's been stuck in my head. Huh. Well, the best kind of music is the kind that sticks in your head that you can't get rid of, because that means it's good music, So, I think this is going to be interesting. Let's see. This is a series of unfortunate events. Seasons 1 and 3, all openings, songs compilation. Just make sure I'm on the right screen.
Look away, look away, look away, look away. The show will wreck your evening, your whole life and your day. Every single episode is nothing but dismay. So look away, look away, look away. 3 children lose their home and go to live with someone awful. He tries to steal their fortune with a plot that's not quite lawful. It's hard to fathom how the orphans manage to live through it, or how a decent person like yourself would even want to view it.
Baudelaires are living with a man who studies snakes. He's jolly and he's secretive and makes a few mistakes. Spoiler alert, a villain comes to steal and murder. And so if I were you, I wouldn't even watch 1 minute further.
The Baudelaire's new guardian is racked by fear and panic. They end up on a boat that might as well be the Titanic. We polled a bunch of adults, 99% agree. There must be something happier on screen for you to see.
The lumber mill is where the Baudelaires are forced to work. The eye doctor is sinister, the owner is a jerk. They end up in a fiendish plot with logs and hypnotism. The very thought of watching should be met with skepticism.
In school, the Baudelaires are forced to live in an old shack. Comfort, joy, and safety are among the things they lack. They run a lot of laps, which keeps them in fantastic shape. But you're the one who ought to take this chance for an escape. Baudelaires are taken in by people who are rich, but Olaf has a plan that's going off without a hitch. It's a race against the clock to rescue their 2 kidnapped friends. Please, you'll need rescuing yourself before this grim tale ends. Town of VFD is full of people, full of rules. The Quagmires have once again been kidnapped for their jewels. The Baudelaires must rescue them, but end up getting jailed. You might hope that things improve, but shoo-ba-doo-ba-dop, that ship has sailed. The Baudelaires are hiding in a place crawling with doctors. Count Olaf's close behind them with his troupe of lousy actors. Something dreadful happens with a big, sharp, rusty knife. So if I were you, I'd find some other way to spend your life. Baudelaires are hiding in a carnival of freaks. Count Olaf is the worst he's been for more than several weeks. The lions in the hinterlands are hungry and quite fierce. There's literally no program you can watch that's any, Baudelaires are trapped in mountains covered up in snow. More villains have arrived and there is no place they can go. It's a horrid way to start up this, our third and final season. Anyone still watching it has clearly lost all reason. Baudelaires are deep below the surface of the sea, hoping to avoid Count Olaf's horrid company. But of course he finds them, and of course it's very awful. This show is so grim it really ought to be unlawful. Baudelaires check in to a hotel to spy upon a group of awful people for whom murder is a yawn. It may seem like Count Olaf will be finally brought to justice, but why would any viewers think that they could really trust us?
Baudelaires adrift at sea, wash up far off the map. Olaf's right behind them with a fungus and a trap. Our story ends in tragedy upon a coastal shelf. I beg of you, stop watching, save yourself. Just look away, look away. There's nothing but horror and inconvenience on the way. Ask any stable person, should I watch, and they will say, look away, 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 look away.
Well, that looks like a really delightful show, really enjoyable. Lots of twists and turns, and situations that you just go, oh no, and then they get out of it, and then there's another one, oh no, and it comes over and over again. It's like misadventure after misadventure after misadventure. It just looks like really fun. I got to remember the name of that. A Series of Unfortunate Events. That's on Netflix. Okay. Well, that was great. I enjoyed that a lot. Thank you for asking for that one. You guys are the best. You really are. I have so much fun doing this. It should be illegal. It really should be. It's just absolutely a joy. Fuzzed Out Bass 33 says, this son of a gun has been stuck in my head for so long. Too bad it's a great song. Well, now we got two stuck in the heads in the row. So what are we going to do with that? We have to either clear one out or we get them both stuck at the same time. Oh, I did something wrong, I think. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Oh, okay. So this song is Styx, Boat on a River.
My boat on the river, I need to go down, I need to come down. Take me back to my boat on the river, and I won't cry out anymore. Time stands still as I gaze in her water, she eases me down, touching me gently with the waters that flow past my boat on the river, so I don't cry out anymore. Oh, the river is wise, the river, it touches my life like the waves on the sand, and all roads lead to tranquility base, where the frown on my face disappears. Take me down to my boat on the river, and I won't cry out anymore. On my face disappears. Oh, take me down to my boat on the river. I need to go down. Won't you let me go down? Take me back to my boat on the river, and I won't cry out anymore. And I won't cry out anymore. And I won't cry out
What a fascinating combination of instruments. A mandolin and an accordion and a guitar and a bass fiddle, not a bass drum, or not a bass guitar, I mean. That's just fascinating that they did that. And the song, I can see why it would stick in your head. It's got a melody to it that's easy to remember. And words too. Take me down to the boat on the river. Do. Yeah, it would stick for a long time. Especially if you know, it's one of those things where if you get something in your head, you know, it just gets in there and you start humming it or singing it, and before you know it, you're doing it all the time. And that's one of the things about music that fascinates me, is how certain songs, certain rhythms, certain melodies can just stick with you for a long, long time. Elongated Orangutan 200 says, truly one of the strangest yet one of the most unique rock bands of the 70s. Okay. This is Focus, Sylvia, Hocus Pocus, live at BBC TV.
We'd like to wish you, we'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas. And also a Happy New Year. A Merry Christmas. And also a Happy New Year.
Okay, that was Focus Sylvia, Hocus Pocus. I was sitting here listening to that, and I'm thinking, this is familiar. I've heard this melody before, and then I realized it was this song. I heard this a long time ago, and thought it was weird when I heard it, and it's still weird. The guy singing is. Well, he's just strange. But it's a part of music history, so you can't deny it happened. Even if you might think it's weird. That was good stuff. Thank you for asking for that. Marco 1337 1G has asked for another Yutaka Yamada song. Says another blessing for the ears from Tokyo Ghoul. Yeah, I love these Tokyo Ghoul songs. They're just beautiful. So I'm looking forward to this. How's everybody doing today? You having a good time? Whoops. Hold on. Let me get this queued up. Are you having a good time? Enjoying yourself? I know I am. I just have so much fun doing these. It really should be illegal, I suppose. But just a reminder, I go for 4 hours, and so I will take the songs and the requests in the order that they come in the chat. But if you have made a second request, I'm going to jump over that and go to the next one. And if I have time, I'll get back to them. But I want to try and cover as many requests from different people as I can. So that's how I do it. Okay? So this is Tokyo Ghoul, original soundtrack, Movement 6, Liftoff. Oh, man. I just, there's something about this music that just really comforts me. It's so beautiful with the piano and the runs that he does, and then he gets the cellos involved, and then the oboes, and then the clarinets. It just, and it's slow paced, and so it just kind of calms your heart down, reduces your heartbeat, which makes you feel more peaceful. And just a lovely, lovely, lovely music, really lovely. This is great stuff. I've loved every single one of the Tokyo Ghoul songs that we've done. I really have. This is wonderful stuff. Black Widow 27 has asked for a URL. So I had to go see what that is. Okay. First take, yay. I love these. This is UMEDA CYPHER, Rodeo 13. But if you've never seen a first take before, most of you have, I'm sure, but if there's somebody new on the channel and they've not seen first take before, this is a YouTube channel that asks artists to come in and sing in a very stark surroundings. There's nothing at all in this room except their microphone. Excuse me. And they're supposed to do the song on the first take. And it's just so cool. And they do close-up shots of the singers. It just all the production values of it, everything about it is just really, really fantastic and enjoyable and fun. And I think you'll really like this. This is UMEDA CYPHER, Rodeo 13. Oh, I could have done subtitles, but I didn't, because I just decided I wanted to hear it without all that trying to read on the screen, and it was just cool. I loved the way that they switched off from singer to singer, and they had that kind of a chorus in the middle. It had a great beat to it. It was enjoyable music. And watching the different characters with the green hair and the spiked hair and all the stuff, the guy with the hat, it was just cool. It was cool from beginning to end. I really enjoyed that a lot. I love these first take shows. They're just fantastic because they really put the artists on the spot. And if I'd had the subtitles on at the beginning, I'm sure you would have seen that they were a little bit nervous, a little bit not quite sure what to do. But then they got into it as soon as they started singing. Bam! They got into singing mode. And then it was great from then on. That was fun stuff. I love those things. Those are so much fun. My wonderful friend from Hungary has asked for a song. Let me guess. I'm going to bet it's Lara. Let's see. Yep. All right. Excuse me. This is Lara Fabian. Tomorrow is a Lie. This is live at Mademoiselle Zhivago in the Kremlin in 2010. Excuse me. I feel kind of certain that because it's in Russia, we're going to see Igor too, which he's kind of a cool guy. Lara Fabian, that wonderful voice.
My composer.
Yep. That's him.
Спасибо.
Igor.
We should not say never. We shouldn't let another die. The day is here to make it all clear. Never. We should not surrender. Silence the desire blinded by our fear. When faith carries our dreams so secretly, intensively, passionately. Tomorrow is a lie. Time only stands for here and now. What you see passing by is your only chance to follow. You say always. Спасибо. Я люблю тебя, Москва! Thank you.
She is so spectacular. It's like God gifted her with the perfect package. She's a beautiful person, a beautiful woman. She has a beautiful voice, and she sings beautifully. And every note is delicious. Every note is wonderful. Every note is absolutely gorgeous. And I don't know, I guess I've probably done maybe 80 or 90 or 100 reactions to her. It never gets old. Never, ever gets old. It's always a pleasure to hear her sing. It's always a pleasure because her voice is so clean and pure and beautiful. And she's at the top of her game. And she is at the top of the heap. She's one of the best in the world. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Renee, for asking for her again. I really love that you do that. Hiya, Paul. This is TT Resvent. Says, happy Sunday. I missed the last stream because I was busy with university stuff. Well, I'm sorry you did. Last stream was interesting. We didn't have as many people come as we normally do. And so I was doing like third and fourth and fifth requests from people to fill in the 4 hours. I actually, at one point in the day, I thought I was going to have to do some of my bonus videos, but didn't work out that way. But anyway, TT Resvent has asked for a song, but not told me what it is. He does say, here's some funk overload to make up for it. Oh, I think I might know what this is. Let's see. Ah, yes. It's Jamiroquai. Unfortunately, far too many of his have been getting blocked. I don't know why that is, but it's true. This is Jamiroquai performing Scam. And if you're new to my channel, I love this guy. He's a great performer, and his timing is incredible. He just has got the rhythm down. He's got the beat down. It's fantastic stuff. You know, it occurs to me that I have not given this band near enough credit. Whenever I speak of Jamiroquai, I always speak of their lead singer. But it's not just the lead singer. The band itself is... They're the reason why the songs are so funky. And I've been remiss in not pointing that out. Their lead singer's name is J.K. and he's, I don't know. I initially, actually, when the first time I reacted to them, I thought he was Jamiroquai. I didn't realize that was the name of the band. I quickly got corrected by my viewers, but still, I think in every single reaction I've done for them, I have not given the band enough credit. And in this song, there was a lot more instrumental, not so much of Jay singing, and I thought, I really should point out that is a great band. They're all funky. Every single one of them is funky. They got that beat down, and they just sound great. And Jay makes it, something about him and his voice and the way he moves when you actually get to see him sing just makes it all even better. But still, excuse me, but still, it's the band that makes this music, and they do a wonderful job of it. So I want to make sure I point that out, because in this song there was a lot more instrumental than there is in a lot of their songs, and it just made me think of it, and I thought, I gotta make sure I mention that this band is a great band. It's not just the singer. Yes, the singer is great. Yes, the singer adds a lot, but he's not alone. He's got bandmates that are supporting him and that are providing the background for what he's doing. So I apologize for not having pointed that out earlier. My next request is from Tenma72, and Tenma72 sent me a paste bin. It says, "As a Butterfly, Dead by April." The lyrics of this song are incredibly heartfelt and bittersweet. The song becomes even more emotional because songwriter Pontus Hjelm explained that it was inspired by his relationship with his grandfather, whom he considered a father figure. He said he never got the chance to say goodbye, and wrote the song while imagining what that final farewell might have been like. The lyrics switch between the perspective of the person watching their loved one die and the dying person speaking to them. I was very close to my grandfather. He was like a father to me. He passed away in 2004. I never got the chance to say thank you. In this song, I imagined how I would have said my final goodbye if he were still alive. It's fictional, but it's also true. It's sad, but it's also encouraging. Well, this is really interesting stuff. In life, far too often we take people for granted. We just kind of unconsciously assume that they're always going to be there. And of course we know they're not, but still, in our behavior and the things that we do, we treat them as if they'll always be there. So there's always tomorrow. But sometimes tomorrow never comes. And so if you have loved ones in your family that you haven't spoken to in a while, just for whatever reason, not because you're angry or anything, but just because life gets in the way, call them up, say hello to them. Talk to them a little bit. Tell them you love them. You'll never regret that phone conversation. Trust me. So this is As a Butterfly by Dead by April. And we're ready to go.
No, I just refuse to believe my eyes. In front of me, something I can't recognize. You stood beside me all my life.
To hold the shares of thinking, looking at the lights of blood pumping. The line between life and death doesn't come any clearer than this. You're the wind and oxygen mask. These words will be useless. When the energy is just left, it does to me as
I cannot stand by you till the end of the world, like I said I would do. No, I won't be able to help you carry the weight of the world. My time has come. Silent as a butterfly, I'll be flying beside you, watching above you. Silent as a all of a sudden I've lost my strength. Isn't it scary how things can change? In an instant, just like that.
Whenever I have questions, you always have the answers. You told me about life and the importance of being yourself. What do I value honesty? Don't have to lose grip on reality. With both your feet on the ground.
I cannot stand by you till the end of the world, like I said I would do. No, I won't be able to help you carry the weight of the world. My time has come. Silent as a butterfly, I'll be flying beside you, watching above you. Silent as a you weren't supposed to see me like this, and I'm sorry. I must leave, it's my turn, but I will see you I cannot stand by you till the end of the world, like I said I would do. No, I won't be able to help you carry the weight of the world. My time has come. Silent as a butterfly, I'll be flying beside you, watching above you. Silent as a
What an interesting song. I really like this band. I like the way that they mixed the heavy metal with rock, like they did in this song. And the last song they did, they had no heavy metal in it at all. I'm talking about the Growler. But this song was cool, and it just made me think. The reason why I thank you every day is because I don't know if you're going to be here tomorrow. And so I want you to know today that I'm thankful for you. And I do that for everyone that I love. Because life is unpredictable. And I'll give you a good example. In the year 2000, my brother David had a heart attack. And he went into a coma. and he never recovered. He died 6 months later from pneumonia. And that same year, my best friend was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. And we got the phone call, and we dropped everything and raced to Wichita to be with him. And he was dead before we got there. And then, 2 months later, my mother died. And she lived in Lincoln, Nebraska, and some of my family lives there too. And so they called me and they said, Mom is dying, you need to get up here. And I said, I don't want to be crass, but I've used, excuse me, I've used up all my vacation time and all of my funeral leave, and I can't come. And I said, besides, Mom knows how I feel about her because we stayed in touch constantly, and I always told her I loved her, and I always told her I cared about her. And so when she passed away, I wasn't there, but I didn't feel bad about it because I knew that she knew how I felt about her, and that's because I said that to her when she was alive. And if you do that, if you just tell the people that you love them, it's real simple. You just say, I want you to know I love you. I just called to say, I love you. How are you doing? Then when that time comes, whenever it is, whether it's sudden, whether it takes a long time, whether they're old or whether they're young, you won't have any regrets. And you'll be thankful that you took the time to say, I love you. So, I think this song, excuse me, this song just brought that to mind with me, and it made me think how thankful I am that I was upfront and honest with them, and that I didn't hold back my feelings, and I didn't fail to say, I love you every time I saw them. Because, as I say, life is completely unpredictable. I mean, we on the news yesterday, we heard about an 18-year-old boy who was in Marine training and died. You don't expect an 18-year-old to die, but he did. And I hope that his parents told him that they loved him before he passed away. Because if they didn't, they'll have that regret for the rest of their lives. And it will embed in them like a worm that eats away at you. You just never know. You know, life is completely unpredictable. I mean, here I am at the age of 78, fixing to turn 79 in another month. And my brother, who was younger than me, is dead. And my other brother, who's also younger than me, is not in real good shape. He's probably going to die pretty soon, too. And yet here I am, chugging along. So you just never know, you know. My sister, who's older than me, had a stroke and a heart attack and survived it. So she's still chugging along at the age of 80. But you just never know. So don't hold back your feelings. Don't fail to tell the people you love that you love them. Because you don't want to have regrets when they're gone. And you don't know when they will be. Barbecue Pizza 28, that's a new one. Thank you for coming to my channel. I haven't seen you before. I appreciate you coming, though. Has asked for a song and didn't give me anything else, and so I have to pull it up to tell you what it is. Oops. It's not Dead by April. Hold on. I did something wrong here. I do that occasionally. All right, here we go. Okay. So, Barbecue Pizza 28 asks for Junior, Senior, Move Your Feet. This is a new one to me. Huh. Oh, what happened? Oh, okay. Well, that's a familiar song. You know, that's one of the genres of music that I love, is where there's no message, there's no story. It's just good beat and good sound, good melody, and it says, come on, get up, dance, have a good time, enjoy yourself. And I like that kind of music. It's good to have that kind of music because it makes you feel good and it makes you feel like moving around and dancing and having a good time. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's part of life, is having fun like that, you know. My next request is Creatinine Lover 67. He asked for Lighthouse Family. And he says, big R&B duo back then in Britain. They made music you could just sway and relax to. This is one of my childhood favorites. Enjoy. I have no doubt that I will enjoy it, because it's hard for me to find something you guys pick that isn't fun. Okay. Excuse me. All right. So this is Ocean Drive, Mind Spell Summer Breeze Vibe by Lighthouse Family. Oh yeah.
It's true, pink and blue. I can share your situation. Keeping hold on our emotions, they will only make us cry. And you go, I know, but you know it ain't so serious anyway. When the clouds arrive, we'll live on ocean drive. Don't know why so blue. The sun's gonna shine on everything. The sky so blue. The sun's gonna shine on everything you do. Left you black and blue without a word of explanation. And he took your love for granted, and he left you high and dry. But you know, someday, well, you'll wonder what you see in him anyway. When that day arrives, we'll live on ocean drive. Don't know why so blue. The sun's gonna shine on everything. The sky so blue. The sun's gonna shine on everything you do. Don't know why so blue. The sun's gonna shine on everything you do. The sky so blue. The sun's gonna shine on everything you do. Don't know why so blue. The sun's gonna shine on everything you do. And the sky so blue. The sun's gonna shine on everything you do. Don't know why so blue. The sun's gonna shine on everything you do. And the sky so blue. The sun's gonna shine on everything you do.
I love that they put the sound of the waves in there. That was cool. I like that a lot. It had a great beat to it, and what was that, marimbas or bongos, whatever it was, it just gave it a really nice kind of Jamaican flavor to the sound of it. And his voice was okay. It wasn't that great. I can see where the reason why they didn't become real big was because it wasn't that his voice was bad, it was just that there was nothing about it that really stood out that you went, wow, that's really good. You know? Sometimes that's the way it is. They have what you might call, for lack of a better word, pedestrian voices. And that was the way he was. But that was good music. I enjoyed it. Mira Knight, I love the way she writes these things. Rumble character limit. The council has made a decision. Us. I recognize that they've made a decision, but given that it's a stupid one, I've elected to ignore it. And she kissed me. Pay spin. I love your sense of humor. I really do. You know, you could spend time cursing Rumble for their lousy character limit, but instead you have a good time with it and then switch over to something that gives you the room to talk. Pardon the brief profanity, but that Samuel L. Jackson quote felt like it fit perfectly. Always got another Trails music track today, Rise of the Grendel from the Trails Through Daybreak soundtrack. This is the super arranged version, so not the exact track that plays in the game, but a re-instrumentation for a separate album release. It's the theme that plays when the protagonist uses his super-powered transformation called the Grendel. Now, think about this for a minute. Somehow, some way, we came up with games. I guess the first one probably was Pong, which if you're not familiar with that, go look it up on the internet. That was by today's standards, that would be crude, but it was the game of the day. Everybody played it, and it was a lot of fun. Of course, games quickly got a lot more sophisticated than that. But anyway, the point I'm trying to get to is someone decided that games needed to have music. Music just gives you a vibe and a mood to go with the game. And if it's well written for that game, it can really have an impact on you. So someone decided games should have music. And the next thing you know, we're making albums out of that music because it's so good. Isn't that incredible? That's amazing to me. I mean, that is really amazing. And so I just wanted to put that out there before we play this. This is cool stuff. This is the Rise of the Grendel, The Legend of Heroes, Super Ultimate. Oh, that was a sudden end. Okay, that was good music. I can see why it separated itself from the game and became its own thing, because it's just great music. It's a wonderful combination of orchestral instruments and guitars and drums, and just very enjoyable to listen to. And you know, that's becoming a thing, I guess, because more and more of the music that's being made for games is really professional, impressive stuff. Okay. By the way, we have an hour and a half left, so if you're looking at the list and you're thinking, I don't know if he's going to get to me, don't worry about it. I'm going to go down this list of ways before we finish up. Leg of Lamb 12345 says, I heard you liked funky songs, so here's one. A little tidbit. The guy on the right of the cover directly taught Michael Jackson the moonwalk. Whoa. Okay. This video is not available. Okay, so let's go look for On Top of the World, and we'll see if we can find it a different place. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay. On Top of the World. Okay. SHALAMAR. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I don't know why the one you gave me is not, but I found it. So this is Shalamar. Excuse me. On Top of the World. And the guy on the right, is that what you said? Yeah, the guy on the right of the cover directly taught Michael Jackson the moonwalk. All right, then. Shalamar, On Top of the World. I've never heard of them. That was good music, though. I like that. Yes, I do like funk. There's just something about it that gets under my skin and gets me moving, and I can't help it. Let's see. I Am the Walrus says Spooky Tooth. And he gives me a URL. And he writes, I Am the Walrus, a blues-inspired hard rock cover of the classic by the Beatles. Huh. Is that where you got your handle? I bet it is. I Am the Walrus. Okay. Well, let's see what Spooky Tooth has to show us. Okay. I love this album cover. Look at this. Where am I? Look at this. This is so cool. Excuse me. The Last Puff, featuring Mike Harrison. I Am the Walrus. Spooky Tooth, remastered progressive rock, hard rock, 1970. Cool stuff. All right.
I am he as you are he.
how they smile like things from the sky. See how they shine. I'm crying. Semolina pilchards climbing up the Eiffel Tower. Parliamentary penguin singing Hare Krishna, man. You should have seen the kicking at the Alamo. I'm the Eggman. We are the Eggman. Oh, I'm a warlord.
The end. That's funny. The end. I like the Beatles version better. Sorry. I don't know who Spooky Tooth is. Maybe they've done something else that was good, but I didn't like that much. I like the Beatles version much better. Let's see. Okay, so The Consumer of Chicken Nuggets, 1966. Steve Walsh, lead singer of Kansas, with the most over-the-top album cover of all time. Well, there's music, right? We're not just going to be looking at an album cover. Let's see. Get the URL in here. I hope everyone's doing okay and having a good time, like I am. Okay, yeah. Wait till you see this. This is over the top. This is definitely over the top. This is Steve Walsh, every step of the way. Okay. Wow. That's some crazy stuff there.
Time ago, when they'd seen the gates of glory and the fire down below, in many great decisions carved the people in this place. You can tell the strength that's in them, you can see it in their face. Well, it's been 9 or 10 years since I started my rambling round, and from hand to mouth I was living, playing every bar in town. Though $1 a day didn't go too far, I could never deny my pride. I couldn't lay back and be taken care of while the world went by outside. So I went to school to learn, but I didn't like what they teach. And I went to church to pray, but I didn't like what they preach. I was hot-headed, young and angry, and I felt I could take
Well, that was interesting. That was Steve in his signature look of the gym shorts and no shirt, the way he always performed with Kansas, and same great voice. For me, the song went a little too long. I thought he could have ended it sooner, and it was okay, but it wasn't Kansas. It had similar sounds, it had similar beats, but not the same. Just wasn't as inspiring to me as Kansas is. So, hope he had a good solo career if that's what he was doing. One and only one and only 1B9 says, my request, excuse me, and gives me a URL. And that's it. Some of y'all don't want me to know ahead of time what I'm getting into, I guess. Okay. This is In Fear and Faith, Taste of Regret. Interesting title. In Fear and Faith Symphonies, featuring Tyler Telly Smith.
Come out of hiding, show us
Well, that was interesting music. It was like music that was trying to be something that it wasn't. It had kind of a symphonic sound to it, sort of, in a way. And yet they had that growler in there, which was, for me, was really weird. It seemed completely out of place. And the duet that was singing, I just had a real hard time understanding their words because the music was almost as loud as their voices were, and so it was really hard to hear them. And don't know what the song was about. Taste of Regret, I guess. I don't know. Interesting stuff. No. Okay. My next request is Scoops, who asked for a URL and no explanation. So let's get this put in here. We still have an hour to go, so don't worry about your songs, your requests not being listened to. There's a good chance they will be. This is TWS. I like them. This is Fire Confetti music video.
서쪽의 태양이 뜰 때까지 우리의 축제는 계속되지 준비했어 나를 위한 setlist 문이 열려 우리만의 exit yeah, 지금 여긴 그림도 없는 Neverland 맘 통제할 필요는 없어 놓치기 아쉬워 바람 위로 burn it up Capture my eyes 우리라는 별도로 빛나 축제는 끝과 시작이 돼 24/7 every day every day every day Party o'clock 하늘엔 fireworks 터지는 confetti 같아 넌 느껴져 심장의 두근거림 소란한 이 밤은 시작되지 시간이 잠시 멈추길 타올라가길 원하지 두 손 잡고 멀리 come with me 24/7 끝나지 않을 우리만의 youth 눈앞에 펼쳐지는 perfect view 부서진 별빛 배경이 되고 어둠은 멀리 gone 오늘도 make me glow say 너와 난 perfect too 이대로 stay make a wish 이 밤이 지나도 영원히 계속될 축제 한라신 내일로 이어질 빛 Party o'clock 하늘엔 fireworks 터지는 confetti 같아 넌 느껴져 심장의 두근거림 소란한 이 밤은 시작되지 시간이 잠시 멈추길 타올라가길 원하지 두 손 잡고 멀리 come with me 24/7 끝나지 않을 우리만의 youth 함께하는 매 순간이 climax 태양처럼 뜨거워진 열기 처음으로 다시 play the game Party o'clock 하늘은 fireworks 터지는 confetti 같아 넌 느껴져 심장의 두근거림 소란한 이 밤은 시작되지 시간이 잠시 멈추길 더 타올라가길 원하지 두 손 잡고 멀리 come with me 24/7 끝나지 않을 우리만의 youth
Interesting. They're just so much fun, and they have so much fun when they're singing. It's just enjoyable to listen to them because they're having so much fun. So it really doesn't matter what they're singing about, because you're just enjoying watching them having fun, you know. And the music has a kind of a fun vibe to it, and it's just happy and lighthearted and happy-go-lucky kind of music. So it's always fun to listen to them. I enjoy them a lot. Pro Gamer 52 says Michael Jackson. Let's see what we got with Michael Jackson. You know I love listening to him anytime. He was the GOAT. So this is Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Jeez. He just had it all. He had the moves, he had the songs, he had the rhythm, he had the joy in his heart. He looked like he was just having a fantastic time singing that song. Like it was just the happiest moment of his life. And he just... I hated that he's gone. And I hated all the stuff that people would say about him. And, you know, we Americans are a funny group. We cheer for the underdog, and then when the underdog makes it to the top, we boo him. I don't know why that is. It doesn't make any sense to me. We should be celebrating their success. But for some reason we don't. And he was just, you know, as he went through life, he had to deal with more and more baloney thrown at him and lies, and it couldn't have been easy for him. I mean, he's a human being. He had feelings, you know, and just imagine trying to put up with all that stuff yourself. It would make you want to crawl in a hole. It would make you want to go away. But he couldn't do that because he had to perform. It's just a sad, sad situation. It happens far too often. But every time I hear him sing, it just puts a smile on my face. It makes me happy because I love him. I love his style. I love his grace. I love his moves. He was so fluid in the way that he moved. I just admired that. Excuse me. I just admired that about him. He could move his legs and his feet in ways that just seemed impossible, and yet he did it with ease. And of course his voice was wonderful too. And the songs that he picked to sing were wonderful. I mean, everything about him was great. That's the reason why he was the best. And it's just sad that we don't have him anymore. So, my next one, this is one I screwed up last week. I called you Dark Night, and I noticed afterwards it's Dork Night. I made a friend with this song on accident. Well, that's an interesting comment. I made a friend with this song on accident. Excuse me. Okay, so this is Serani Poji, Peepoo Peepoo. That's interesting. And it says English translation, so I'm going to assume that I don't need to use subtitles. Whoop. What happened there? Okay. Hold on a minute. I just don't want to screw this up. Let's see. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Okay. So this is Serani Poji, Peepoo Peepoo. Well, that's not just a cool song. That's like a cool concept. You have a little secret word that you use to just brush away all the negatives. Peepo peepoo, peepo peepoo, and like that, they're swiped away. They're gone, and you can move on to happiness again. That's kind of a cool concept. I like that. and the way it was sung, it was kind of cute and bubbly and enjoyable and lighthearted, and it just made you feel good. But the idea that you could have a secret phrase or a combination of syllables that you put together that just wipes away all the bad stuff, that's just kind of cool to think about that. You know, if you actually trained your mind to trigger off that word and put happiness in your heart, that could work. It really could work. And it would be like, you know, you get a phone call and it's bad news, and you go, beep-o, beep-oo. It's not bad for me anymore because I'm happy. I just wiped away the sadness. That's kind of cool. It's a neat concept. I like that. And I like the music. It was good music, too. It was just enjoyable to listen to, those very sweet sounding voices and the lightheartedness of the sound. It was just fun. It was real fun. My next request is from random guy born in 1944. He says, "Hello, Paul. Here is the URL to one of my favorite songs of all time. I hope you enjoy it." All right. So, one of random guys. Oh, gosh. Well, okay. All right, you got me. You got me good. This is The Doors. Peace Frog. They were one of my very favorite bands when I was a young kid.
Dead blood in the streets, it's up to my ankles. Sheet blood in the streets, it's up to my knees. Sheet blood in the street, the town of Chicago. Sheet blood on the rise and following me. She's about to break of day. She came in and she drove away. Sunlight in her hair. Sheet blood in the streets on the river of sadness. Sheet blood in the streets, it's up to my thigh. Yeah, the river runs red down the legs of the city. The women are crying when rivers are weeping. She came in town and then she drove away. Sunlight in her hair. Indians scattered on dawn's highway bleeding. Ghosts crowd the young child's fragile eggshell mind. Blood in the streets in the town of New Haven. Blood stains the roofs and the palm trees of Venice. Blood in my love in the terrible summer. Bloody red sun of fantastic LA. Blood screens the brain and chop off the fingers. Blood will be born in the birth of a nation. Blood is the rose of mysterious union. Dead blood in the streets, it's up to my ankles. Blood in the streets, it's up to my knee. Blood in the streets, the town of Chicago. Blood on the rise is following me.
That was the Doors. They were a great band. And he had a great voice. I think that's Van Morrison, if I'm not mistaken. Memory may be escaping me, though. But, yeah, they were a fantastic band. And I have one left, so I got to go back and get some more. But I get this one queued up first. Oh, no, I actually have two left. Sorry. The Moon in New York City asks for Jethro Tull. So, let's pull that up. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, this is Jethro Tull Bourrée. This is on French TV. Who does that with a flute? Jethro Tull. No one else. They were such a cool band. They were so different from the norm. And it would just, every time you heard their music, you knew exactly who it was. because of that flute. It was kind of funny watching him with his leg, standing on one leg with the other one up in the air. I didn't know he did that. I had never seen that before. But that was some cool stuff. I enjoyed that. Thank you for asking for it. The next one I have, which is... Okay, what's happening here? I thought I was... Excuse me. Okay. This is Heavens to Murgatroyd LL, or 1-1, maybe. I think it's Heaven to Heaven. Let me use my magnifying glass. It is. It's Heavens to Murgatroyd 11. That's what it is. Excuse me. He gives me a URL and nothing else. So, oh, cool. Cool. Okay. If you haven't seen this guy before, he is cool. He is just cool. This is Rick James, and the name of the song is Give It To Me, Baby.
That stuff, that funk, that sweet, that funky stuff. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Give me a stuff, that sweet, funky stuff. me that stuff, that funk, that sweet, that funky stuff. Give it to me. Give me that stuff, that funk, that sweet, that funky stuff. Give it to me, give it to me. Give it to me, give it to me. Give me the stuff, that sweet, funky stuff.
Wow. That was good stuff. I always enjoyed listening to him because he had such a great funky sound, and it was just fun to hear him singing. I got to pull some more off the list because I only got down to let's see if I can find it. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Yeah, here we go. Starting with Kim. I got to go from Kim on down. Let's see. There we go. Get that loaded over here and move on to the next one. And the next one is, where are we? Here we go. Kim Do-hoon. It gives me, oh, what the heck? Okay. I don't know what key I hit there, but that was weird. Kim gives me a URL and nothing else. So we got to do that and pull it up. Oh, okay. It's Cortis. Yeah, I like these guys. These guys are good. Oops. What the heck? What did you do? All right. I'm going to have to stop the stream for just a minute because OBS has gone bonkers. I'll be right back. Oh, wait a minute. I can do this, I think. Let me see. I can just kill this part of it and then get it back. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Oh, what happened? I thought I added it. Okay. All right, I'm trying to add screen capture back in, and it's not letting me. There you go. Okay, now I got to go to application and built in. Just bear with me a minute. I'll be right back to where I'm supposed to be. There you go. And turn off the cursor and say OK. And then I got to put it, let's see. Oh, I got to make it smaller. Sorry. Every once in a while, OBS just goes wacky. I don't know why. It just does. And when it does, it's a pain. But at least we don't have to stop the stream to fix it. Okay, so this is Cortis performing Joyride.
건물 속에 밤새 노선 스칼 고른 장백 어디 미쳐난 flipping 마치 Fridays pancakes bloodshot eyes tonight 도망가 여길 벗어나 Cause 우린 꿈꿔왔지 질 life 달려 boom 수험생의 나의 past tense 학교 직무까지 들어 came back 인생이 폭풍이면 난내 trip 아래 throw rain dance 종이 됐었지 포트는 내 personality 마치 MJ ever since 23 Rat snakes diamond on my cheek 우리는 꿈꿔와 지칠 나의 밤 달려 truncated quarter tail online bye-bye pitter 이 자리를 던지던 지우쳐 cause we on a tour don't say speed it up 지금 기분 so hot driving so fast 가로 질러 keep on day to night right we're on a tour right yeah we're on a tour right yeah we're on a tour right driving so fast 가로 질러 keep on day to night right we're on a tour right
Thank you.
I think they just have a great sound, and they really work well together, and their voices are great too. Every single one of them has a good voice, it just makes it better. They're really fun. I enjoy them a lot, and I enjoyed watching those documentaries. I'd like to follow up on those if I can. The King Will Come 28 says straight from the request form. All right, so that's one I can eliminate then. Okay, so let's put this in here, see what we got. Okay. Okay, this is going to be a fun one. This is dumb game show answers that keep getting dumber. Okay, here we go.
Name a yellow fruit.
Orange.
And that clock will start again with your bid on the dinnerware.
$89.
Higher.
105.
Stop the clock. Are you saying $89? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
And then you said $100?
Yeah, I wasn't. You said the higher.
Brian, what kind of a show do you think this is?
Name something normally worn only by children. Michael.
Clothes.
Okay, fill them in.
You.
No, that's incorrect. I'm sorry. Fill the blanks in order or pick a tile, Chris, whatever you want to do. Okay, fill them in.
I.
No, sir, that's incorrect. Okay, fill them in.
A.
Wrong. I've never had this happen. It's the first time. Chris?
I know it.
You know it? All right, fill it in.
O.
Yes.
I.
Yes.
T.
Yes.
E.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
I'm going home.
Name something people take with them to the beach.
Turkey.
The first thing you buy in a supermarket.
Turkey.
A food often stuffed.
Turkey.
I said to you, name something people take with them to the beach. You said... The answer was... The first thing you buy in a supermarket. The answer was... And the survey gave you... A food often stuffed, you said. And that gave you...
A reason you might stay indoors on a beautiful day.
Because it's raining?
Raining.
We'll play.
You're that can kill a lively party. A gun.
What classification of animals are dinosaurs?
I don't know that. Let's see.
I'll have to call for your answer.
Pleistocystines.
What was that?
P-L-E-I-O-C-E-T-E-N-E-S-O-U-S.
I don't have that answer down here, and I'm afraid that is not the right answer. And under the rules of the game, your opponent can answer it and pick up $100 more. What classification of animals are dinosaurs?
Reptile.
You're right for another $100.
Name a job that helicopters are used for.
Tuna fishing.
Name a time that most people get up.
In the morning.
A time most people go to bed.
At night.
A southern state.
North Carolina.
Something you buy in a delicatessen.
Pickles.
Something you put in tea.
Tea bag.
That's 5, boy. Come here. It's hard to believe that this was the razor-sharp mind from yesterday.
I blew my teeth.
What happened? Did the booth get to you? The air, dry the oxygen?
I was going to give the same answers.
The brain frizzled completely?
Yeah, completely.
Let's turn around. This is going to be embarrassing for both of us, Fred. You needed 113 points. You also need an earthquake to get you out of it. I said, name a time that most people get up. And being the Einstein that you are, you said, morning. When I get up, our survey said, zip. Now, if that wasn't bad enough, I then said, name a time that most people go to bed. You said, of course, night. Our survey said, 2. I then asked you for a southern state. You said North Carolina. Our survey said 4. Now, we know there are 6 people crazy. And then we said, something you buy in a delicatessen. You said pickles. Our survey said 6. Then something you put in tea. You said tea bag. Our survey said $99. Multiplied by 5, the total of 495. Congratulations. Real or fictional? Name a famous Willie.
Willie the Pooh?
If I can make it there, I'd make it anywhere. What city are we talking about? Jimmy?
Phoenix. Name something that comes in pairs. Fred.
Bananas. Oh, God.
Something Russia's famous for, Bob.
Russians.
You think he's been lying and he's not been anywhere at all? Just been telling me fibs. Russians, all right. Show us Russians, please. Name an invention that has replaced stairs.
The wheel.
Name something you keep handy near your front door.
A spittoon.
Okay.
Name an article of clothing that children are always losing.
Their pants.
The price of a dozen roses.
$1.75.
Besides a bird, something in a bird cage.
Hamster.
A popular... Make a note of this show. Name a noisy bird.
Chipmunk.
If you could travel to any foreign country in the world, where would you go?
Pakistan.
Name a pie that does not contain fruit.
Lemon meringue.
Whoops.
apart from doors, we asked 100 people to name something that people open. Ross?
Bowels.
Moving swiftly on this.
Tell me which way the smoke from your barbecue always blows, Dan.
The way of the wind.
Name an animal with 3 letters in its name.
Frog.
Something that comes with a summer storm.
Snow.
Name an animal with 3 letters in its name.
Alligator.
Farm animal that people have as a pet.
Turkey.
How many?
Time starts now. A group of pill pushers?
Something parents buy for a kid who's going away to college.
Toaster oven.
Don't touch the clock. A beverage you stir before drinking.
Water.
Something you squeeze.
Peanut butter.
Name an invention that has replaced stairs.
The wheel.
During what months of pregnancy does a woman begin to look pregnant?
September.
Something. Besides Bond, name any character from a James Bond movie.
In every James Bond movie, he always has a #1 lady. And I think her name was Julie.
Any character from a James Bond movie.
Come on, Joan. Come on,
Say anything, you know.
Even Carol.
Okay. All right. Now, in defense of these people, you're under a lot of pressure up there, and it's real easy to screw up. Oh, God. Oh, that was worth the price of admission. Carol, Judy. Oh, Lord. Okay. I got time for maybe one more request. Let's see. This one, oops. Let me copy it first. This one is from Imrene Laszlo from Hungary. And let me see what it is. Oh, you know what? I've already done one for her and for Twist, so let me skip down to M. Deutsch. All right. Thought I'd introduce some Jennifer Holliday to you. She's an absolute powerhouse and a great vocalist. This is her rendition of His Eye is on the Sparrow. Okay. Let's see. Oops. Wait. Get down to the... You know, did I screw up? Did I don't... Okay. I'll have to go back and do Twist because I don't think I've done one from him. So let's get this one. This is Jennifer Holliday. His Eye is on the Sparrow.
I'm going to sing one of her most popular songs and one of my very favorites. His Eye is on the Sparrow.
Why should I feel discouraged
And why should the shadows fall? Why should my heart be lonely and lone for heaven and earth? When Jesus is my portion, a constant friend is He. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. I sing because I'm happy, and I sing because I'm
Holy crow. Wow. What a voice. My God, that woman's voice is unreal. She is incredible. She's got that deep, strong sound to her and that wonderful soprano voice. And she is just, wow. Wow. That was beyond amazing. That was, wow, what a way to end the show. I'm sorry, Twiz, I skipped over you. I apologize for that. I just wasn't reading right. But, man, I'm telling you, woof. Holy crow. What a voice. What a voice. That woman was amazing. Amazing. Wow. What a great way to end the show. Well, we've gone a little over 4 hours. Not too bad. But I do have to quit now because I can't go on forever. So I hope you understand. And I hope that God will watch over you and keep you safe from harm, and that he will bless you beyond your imagination in everything that you do in every category of life, in your family, in your job, in your home, with your friends, everywhere, that it'll be far, far, far above what you ever imagined. And I pray for the same thing for every single person that you love. This is the Vietnam Era Vet. Until next week, signing off.